Right, so hello, welcome to this pixelclick.com video. So I'm at the seaside today on the Norfolk coast, a place called Hunstanton. Its nickname is Sunny Honey, but it's not that sunny today. It was about an hour ago, but not so much now. And I'm here for one reason only. I want to try some long exposures with my Nissi filters. And I'll show you around a little bit. Here's the lovely seaside. There's the red cliffs. Well, brown cliffs. And yeah, I'm going to be using my filters and I want to do some long exposures. So I'm going to set my tripod over in that direction over there. If that guy gets out of the way. And I'm going to be using bulb mode. You might not be familiar with bulb mode too much, but I'll explain it a little bit now. Bulb mode is used when you have to use a shutter speed longer than 30 seconds. Most DSLRs and CSCs for that matter, they can take long exposures, but only up to 30 seconds. So what do you do after 30 seconds? Well, the answer, like I said, is bulb mode. So I'm going to be using a 10 stopper and then maybe a 20 stopper filter that I've brought along as well. And yeah, I'm going to be using an exposure, I don't know, maybe sort of 2-3 minutes long. And that big stopper filter will allow me to do that. So I'm going to get set up and I'll show you how to use bulb mode in just a minute. So it's just starting to rain, but we'll try and get this done quite quickly. I've set the camera up, we're doing a long exposure. Now I've set it to manual mode first of all, and it's on a 30-second exposure. And as you're going to see right now when I flash the picture up on the screen, the problem is that it'll be too dark. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to bulb mode. So I'm going to change the bulb mode, which is the B. And I'm going to try it again using a cable. So let me attach my cable and we'll go for a 1 minute exposure. Yeah, so I've just relocated to almost to the shore. Just found a nice sort of little pool of rocks. And the reason for that is I want this image to be really minimalist. And although the ground looked really cool, I thought it was perhaps a bit distracting from what I want to be the main focal point, which of course is the sky moving thanks to the long exposure, thanks to the filters. So I've set up again and I'm going to go for another minute long exposure with the 10 stopper and the grad just to darken that sky at the top of the frame. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, it's a hailstorm right now, Sunny Honey. Yeah, so the rain and the hail is actually stopped now and we're getting some really good light now. So I've relocated back to the ground because they've got some big sky coming over this way. What I'm doing, got a minute long exposure. Let's see how that looks. That's looking good, that's looking much better. You know, some days you come out and you see the clouds and you think, oh no, it's going to be ruined, the whole shoot's going to be ruined, might as well stay at home. But actually, sometimes the clouds can really make a brilliant shot. You know, and with a long exposure and bulb mode, which is why we're out here today, getting cold, you know, the clouds really make the shot. So I'm really pleased they've come out now. It is cold though. Right, so before I head home, look at the files on the computer, try the 10 stopper. Now I'm going to try Nissi's 20 stop filter. So I'm going to switch that over, see how it looks. Just coming up to 2 minutes on this exposure now. And because I'm using a 20 stopper, it's going to be long. So I've had to reduce the aperture from f14, which I was using with the 10 stopper, to f8. Otherwise it's going to be 5, 6, 7 minute long exposure. And that's actually a bit too much emotion than I actually want. So f8 it is. Fair to say you got a fair bit of downtime in between pressing the trigger and finishing the exposure, so I'll just let you know one more tip as well. I'm using a cable, I just find them a bit easier, but if you want to, you can also use radio triggers. And what you do is you just simply hold down the trigger as long as you want the exposure to be going. That's a bit more hassle. I just like to lock off the cable and be done with it, go off and do different things, come back when the exposure's finished. But if you don't want to have a cable, I suppose, you know, this doesn't have the hassle of having to plug it in, you can just simply walk about. So that's one extra option when you want to trigger your camera to do a long exposure.